These are two abalones that I just bought from the grocery store, but to some, these are a prized possession of food. And when you purchase them from the grocery store, they're actually still alive. But in this case, I didn't want it to be food, but instead, my new pet. In this video, I'm gonna see if I can save an abalone from a huge abalone tank and see how good of a pet it can be. So I drove to my local store where they sell crabs, lobsters, and even flounders. But more importantly, our soon-to-be pet abalone. They were all jammed in a small tank, and there was even abalones sticking to each other. So I then decided to pick out a total of 2 abalones. And you might be curious why everything here is sold live. Well, it basically just signifies freshness of an Asian cuisine. Guys, we just got our abalone. Look at that. Oh my god. As soon as you buy them, they put them in this small container. And if you look closely, you can actually see that he's still moving and showing lots of life. But since they're out of water, I had to hurry up to my truck. While I'm walking to the truck, I want to mention if you want to be part of the Fishtale fam, I only have a few of these shirts left with designs from all the animals we've made videos on. But if you want to check them out, I'll leave a link in the description below. Alright guys, I'm gonna quickly put these guys in the cooler now. Alright, we're doing good. Water temperature is still cold. Right. Oh my gosh, look at them. Oh my god. This is a black abalone, and yes, this is a living creature. And if you guys look closely, you can see that it has 2 eyeballs. You can definitely tell that he looks very sad. And yes, this is an actual living thing and not like a retarded snail. Although it does kind of look like a gigantic snail. These guys can actually stay out of water for a really long time, but it was time to put them inside of the cooler. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. What is he doing? Oh, he looks like a bussy. Man, shut up! Oh, he's kind of stuck. Second one going in. No way, we have pet abalone. If you look closely on this one, you can actually see its head. And the 2 little things sticking out of its head are tentacles. These are for sensing their environment. But since they were moving a bit, I don't think they were in a bad condition at all. Okay, so we are about 30 minutes away from home, and then we'll put them inside of their new home. Alright guys, we just got home. Let's go check on our abalone. Alright, gotta unbuckle her. Oh my god. Moment of truth. Shit. Not looking too bad. I mean, I wouldn't expect them to move very much, you know? Let's feel the water. Ooh, the water's still cold. I'm gonna bring these 2 guys inside. Ooh. Now that I brought them home, what does it exactly take to keep these 2 abalone alive? Well, since they love to be in intertidal zones, they like high oxygen levels. So I got an aerator that will take care of that. But for the temperature, they like a nice 65 degrees with a salinity of about 1.026. To keep it this cold, I have a water chiller, but to filter the water, I have a big canister filter. And as you can see, we have some wave makers to simulate kind of an ocean. If you watched my last video on Mr. Crab, this is about 3 days after I've made that video. He's eaten every time I've fed him, but I can definitely tell that he's still not 100%. Before I put our abalone in their new home, I have to acclimate them to the correct conditions. I got this aerator. This will pump a bunch of oxygen in the water. This just ensures that there's oxygen in the cooler as they're acclimating. Alright, in order to acclimate them, I have to get some of this water from the actual tank. And we're slowly just gonna put some water inside of here. This process will be completed in about 20 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna try to get these abalones off and put them inside of this container. Oh my god. I wanted to put them in here to see if they had any cuts or sores on them. And keep in mind, these things can stay out of water for a really long time. But after inspection, I didn't find anything on both of them. I then decided to just pour all the water that was in the cooler inside of this container. It was a lot easier to see them in this spot. What? Okay, apparently these guys are black abalone, and they are indeed herbivores, so they like to eat kelp. I think I can smell them right now. And sadly, these guys are nocturnal, so they are only active at night. You can see that this one is kind of moving a little bit, so I mean, that's pretty good. So you might be curious what these little holes right here are for. Well, they're actually called respiration pores. They're used to release waste products or to release eggs during spawning. This is the 45-gallon tank that they'll be going in. And if you look closely, you can see Mr. Krabs. crabs. Mr. Krabs right now is still not all the way healed. Even though I've been feeding him a lot, at times he still does look pretty weak. But as of now, he's still okay. But the good news is that the crab won't bother the abalone at all, so they will be good tank mates. Unlike hermit crabs, how they ditch their shells, abalones will actually keep their shells for their whole entire life. Okay guys, they've been in here for about 20 minutes, so these guys don't really do good on sand. Like, they can't really walk on the sand, so I'm gonna have to try to stick them to the glass. Here he is. Oh my gosh, it worked! When these guys are fully grown, they can actually suction cup against a glass with about 400 pounds of pressure. When I first put them in, I guess they kind of explored just a little bit. I know you guys like naming animals, so I want you guys to come up with a cool name for these two. Now, even though these guys are just black abalone, there are actually 100 species globally. As you can see, this yellow part of its body, that is called their foot, but you can see how it moves to travel around the tank. These certain types of abalone often clutter together in groups rather than staying by itself. And the reason why they do this is because it's driven by their reproductive strategy. The closer together they are, there's a better chance of a successful fertilization. After they scooted around for a little, they left this little snail trail. I don't know what substance it is, but I'll just let it be. It's been about 20 minutes since they've been in here, but I noticed them doing something pretty cool. They started breeding. I'm just kidding. They started scraping the glass for algae. Although I don't know what they were trying to eat because there was actually no algae. But inside their mouths, they have a tool to help them scrape little bits of food like kelp into their mouths. But that brings us to our next activity, feeding. The thing is, when you purchase an animal from the grocery store, you don't know how long it's been since they've eaten food. But I had to do research on their favorite food, but it was just regular kelp. And I didn't necessarily know how to exactly feed them, but I found this video on Reddit of someone else's pet abalone eating a piece of kelp. So I searched on Reddit to see what kind of kelp that they like. And apparently they farm abalones in Korea with this seaweed. So this is dried seaweed. This is what it looks like. Here's some pictures. So I'm gonna get a pack of this so we can feed our abalone. Alright, so I know I'm waiting for the kelp right now, but something really bad has actually happened. In our tank, you can see that the water's very cloudy, but that's because Mr. Krabs has passed away. And the thing is, I really don't know why he died, because just the other day I was feeding him anchovies. All the water parameters, the temperature, the salinity, all that was up to spec, but I really just don't know what happened. But the thing is, when I first got him, I mean, his health, it was not even that good in the first place. But to honor Mr. Krabs, I dug him a hole right next to my house. The water inside the tank got a little messed up from all the ammonia, so I did about a 90% water change. Then I let the water clear up within the next day. Okay guys, I think we have, oh yes, there it is. Oh yes. Dashi kambu. So I'm going to take out 2 small squares just like this, and then we have to soak them in the water. I really don't know how they're gonna react when I put it in the tank, but we'll see. So right now it's in the middle of the day. You can see that their mouths are tucked in. I suppose they're sleeping right now, but maybe if I dangle it in front of him, he'll sense that it's there, and maybe he'll take a bite of it. Let's see what happens. Oh my god! Oh my gosh, they can sense that it's there. As you can see, they're stretching their body and mouth over to the food. Oh my gosh, he just grabbed it. Look at the other one. The other one was trying to get a bite to eat, but the other one stole it. Okay, as you can see, this one on the left is eating a piece of seaweed, and the one on the right, you can see his mouth had just opened. I know he's hungry, so I'm gonna get the other piece. But without hesitating, he reached out to grab the piece of kelp. Oh my gosh. Based off of their reaction, I assume that this is their first pieces of food in a long time. So I'm gonna let these guys feast on their kelp, but just a reminder that I have a limited supply of my fishtale merch. These are very high quality shirts, and if you're interested, it'll definitely help my channel out a lot. You can access my page from the link in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, I have a bunch more of these for you guys to watch.